sad and making me feel so bad. You can fly away in the sky today, you more lucky than me. Little bit of Yellow Bird just to hear what this ukulele strums like. I've come across this just a couple of weeks ago. It's an interesting ukulele. It's interesting to me on several points. One of them is that I love harmony instruments. I love their simpleness and their Spartanness, and good players and good sounding instruments, despite their mass production in the USA in around about the 1950s, 60s and the 70s. The other thing I like about it is it's endorsed by Smeck, who was not only a great favourite of mine as a player, and a great favourite because he kept on going well into his 90s, so I'm counting on that. I'm counting that this creaking grate can go on that long. Anyway, Roy was a great endorser, and he endorsed for more companies than the Harmony, including the English company of John Gray, and he did a couple of nice little uke banjos endorsed by them. Anyway, the pointed issue here is this Roy Smeck soprano uke, and it says it's unusual also in that I have several of these and the logo is black, but in this one it's gold, which is rather attractive. Roy Smeck overlaid over a curly music staff, Roy Smeck uke. Some indiscernible writing underneath that, even if I put my specs on, but part of it will be made in USA. On the back is a sticky-on label which comes with this model, and it says made of genuine mahogany. And as far as we're concerned, what genuine mahogany means in instrument terms is Honduras mahogany, as opposed to some of the lesser attractive, lesser tone woods and so on. While I was on there, I'll just show you that it's got the original quirky little non-slip pegs, which do work as non-slip pegs if you adjust them with a substantial screw at the back. In a minute I'm going to show you warts and all, but I'm going to show you one of the other quirky things about these instruments made in this sort of 50s, 60s era into the 70s, is that the use of a preformed plastic fretboard in a sort of swirly mahogany colour. Some of them were a bit even more quirky and made of different coloured plastics. And the 4 of the position dots aren't actually position dots, right? They're the screws which hold it on, which I thought was quite nice. The frets, of course, are moulded into the fretboard, and they work quite well. The only time they don't work quite well is if you want to play right up the full length of the fretboard, and you'll find if you get to the 12th fret, if the harmonic doesn't quite match the fretted note, which frets a bit sharp, so you'd have to be an adventurous player to feel that difference. However, one of the things is these early ukes were tuned a lot higher than they are nowadays. Now we've all been bamboozled into tuning everything to C. And again with modern strings on, which are quite a bit beefier, you notice the difference more. If it bothered you that much, I will tell you that you can overcome this with a simple expedient of unscrewing the fingerboard, moving the screw holes. You have to be somebody who can use a drill accurately. Moving the screw holes about a 1/16 of an inch and shooting the whole thing further back 1/16 of an inch, and then you will find the intonation is almost perfect, because of course it's impossible to get exactly perfect intonation on any fretted instrument because it defies equal temperament. Anyway, what else was I going to say? Warts and all, it's not in bad condition for its age. It's got a few scuff marks, a few little dings, scratches around the edges of the peg head, which goes with the territory of an instrument that's being played. There's no lacquer missing off the back of the neck. There's certainly not a lot of wear on the fretboard. It's got, again, a few little scratches and dings, wear patches round the edge. However, the worst part is that it has about 3 hairline cracks in the back. One tiny one near this part of the waist. 2 major ones. I'm going to try and get these in focus for you. Can you see the lights picking them out there? One's quite long, about 4 inches. The other's a bit short, again near the waist. At some point it's been squeezed. That's what's caused it. Now I'm going to show you this. You can move that a fraction. You can depress it by your thumb just to determine, in fact, how bad the crack is. And it does go right through, but it's a long way from you know, imploding. If you wanted to go at the expense, time and money and expense of getting a luthier who knew what he was doing, he could get inside there and put some little diamond patches and glue them on there and make sure that it would last another 50 odd years at least. However, I think these cracks are quite inert. They're not going anywhere. I think you would, if I was going to keep this ukulele, it'd see me out. Excuse me, I need to. Sorry about that. Anyway, while I was showing you this, I hope I showed you not just the worst feature, but the best feature. Look at the grain in this mahogany. I doubt whether you've seen anything like it unless you had a genuine core wood ukulele. I've never seen flower like that, or curl as some people call it, in a mahogany instrument before. I think that's absolutely fabulous. The sides aren't bad as well. They're not as good as the back, but it does have a little bit of flower in there, can you see? And I'm trying to get it there, can you see? Okay. So the ribs are not as quite as good as the back, but look at the front as well. I think this is just magnificent. I don't think for one moment that it makes it play one iota better tone wise. It's just so stunning to have an instrument made of wood like this, and that's what all the guys go crazy about to get core wood ukuleles. Right. That's almost as good as my 3K. Anyway, having boasted a little bit there, let's see how it sounds like now we've got everyone's attention and you're listening. This is a little song that is a favourite with my band, my little band, the New Prairie Home Companions, or Prairies for short. What I should have said was, it's a favourite with some of the people who come to see us and listen to us, and we get asked for this probably more than anything else. It's much better with a band, but I'm going to give you my solo rendition of Ukulele Lady. I love to linger in the moonlight on Honolulu Bay. Memories come to me by moonlight, though I'm far away. And all the beaches are full of peaches who bring their ukes along. And in the glimmer of the moonlight, they love to sing this song. If you like a ukulele lady, a ukulele lady like you. If you like to linger where it's shady, ukulele lady linger too. If you kiss a ukulele lady and you promise ever to be true, and she sees another ukulele lady fool around with you, and maybe she'll sigh an awful lot Maybe she'll cry, but maybe not. Maybe she'll find somebody else by and by to sing to when it's cool and shady, where the tricky wicky wackies woo. If you like a ukulele lady, ukulele lady like you. Like a ukulele lady like you. Lot of uke for a little bucks. Bye now. Remember, if you've got any queries, phone me. Don't email. Thanks. Bye.